So how do you like the trail so far?
It's pretty nice. It's got some shady spots and some wide open spots, and there's already a nice cascade from the creek.
Yeah.
And we're only maybe a quarter mile in.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
It's not even that hard though, so.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Whew. All right.
How do you like this trail so far?
It's really pretty, and I have less weight.
Less weight's always good.
Only about 20 pounds in here, so woo! I know. Boop.
Boop. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And yeah, I'm excited to get to the other lakes and see how they are. And there hasn't been very many people. We haven't seen anybody on the trail yet.
Just a few people fishing and off trail.
Yeah. And then it's like the perfect weather today.
It's
Maybe
pretty nice.
A little hot even, but we shouldn't get cold tonight then, hopefully.
Temperature's now about 66, it says.
Yeah. No storms?
No storms, yay!
I love storms, but not when they're up here.
Oh, they're scary up here.
Scary. Flash boom. So there's a pretty mountain over there.
Which probably looks very far away to you right now.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Let's get going.
All right, let's go. What do you think?
Looks pretty.
Yeah. Finally broke out of the trees.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Even
in mid-afternoon. Barely any wind.
Pretty wild. No smoke.
Upper 60s. No smoke. Yeah, I thought that too a little bit ago. That's amazing.
Yeah. Getting into mountain views now.
Whole western half of North America is on fire, I think.
Yeah, it is. Isn't that sad?
Pretty amazing there's no smoke here.
I know. It is.
Because the Lord is great.
Yeah, he is. Woohoo! That really wasn't too hard either. It was just some climbs, but mostly flat to get here.
Yeah, wherever here is.
Wherever here is, yeah.
You go on ahead and take first peek.
Okay. pretty views.
Breaking out into some views here, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Lovely. We're hopefully going to make it to Lake Helen. Possibly further, but we don't know. We're kind of beginners.
And we are not fast.
We are not fast. When did we start? Noon?
No, I don't even know.
Might have been well, about 12:30. So, yeah. It's only about, I don't even know what time it is right now.
A little after 3, I think.
So, keep going for a little while and set up camp about 6.
Yeah.
Between 6 and 7?
About 6.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go find some lakes.
Yeah, good hike so far.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Hi, doll.
Hi.
How are you liking your campsite?
We got a really good one. It's over there in the trees and it's all private. And we had an
Sheltered?
awesome view of the lake. It's sunset now, so it's not the same. But what were you gonna say?
Our campsite is nice and sheltered,
Yeah. Yep.
and it's in Pika Town.
Pika. Yeah. Pika Land. Or Pika. Is it Pika or Pika?
Whichever.
Pika Land. They're so cute with their little meep. And then we're eating our beef stroganoff.
Woohoo! Food.
It's pretty good too. It's 41 grams of protein, and we're gonna need that to hike out tomorrow because that was a hard hike in. Hard 6 miles.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good night.
All
It's kind of
right.
chilly. I've got like 4 layers on right now. So
But one of them's really thin.
yeah, the first one's thin because yeah, got hot during the day. But
All right.
that's all I got to say about that.
Probably check in tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye guys. Good night.
When I first came out to this area this morning to pick up well, not pick up, but retrieve our sacks, I looked up, way up on this ridge up here, the very top, and I saw some brown and black things up there. So I went and grabbed my camera and zoomed way in, and sure enough, they're cows. Way up there. Like 10,200 and some feet. There's cows grazing up there. There's one up there even now. You can't see it in this video, but that just kind of blew my mind. Not that that's hard to do, but just thought I'd share that with you. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning, John.
Apologize for any wind in the microphone. It's kind of breezy today.
It is. It was so calm yesterday, and now it's really like breezy, and it's warm though. I don't need this coat anymore. But yeah, we slept good.
Slept good after we figured out our quilt system.
Yeah, I think I got 7 to 8 hours of good sleep, and I got my morning kick. Thanks, Chuck Norris. Keeps us going. Then we're gonna have a breakfast scramble and get packed up and head back to the trailhead.
Yeah.
Get a good supper. I'm looking forward to that.
Another beautiful day with incredibly nearly zero clouds.
Yeah, and we're in Cloud Peak Wilderness. There's no clouds. Where's the clouds?
You might want to say that again. I don't know if they heard you.
I said we're in Cloud Peak Wilderness, and we've seen 0 clouds.
Yeah. Well, next to zero anyway.
Just barely any.
Some super thin wispy
Yeah.
has been it. I mean, wow. I didn't know that happened in the mountains, but I guess it does.
There's been no smoke, even though there was lots of smoke a couple days ago. We dodged it, so.
Yeah, there was a big wildfire just near here a couple days ago.
Yep. Lots of pikas.
Yeah, they're not meeping right now, but they're just right there behind us.
Yeah. Pretty cute.
They make a good alarm clock.
Yeah. But I'm glad we slept good, so that was the main thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll have this and our breakfast, and we'll feel great.
Ooh-ah.
Ooh-ah. Bye, guys.
So long.
John's first bite. Is it good?
That's good stuff.
Oh yeah. That'll give us energy.
Yeah, delicious. It's got like 40 some grams of protein in here.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right. Water. Yay!
Woohoo!
That part's the easy part.
Yeah.
It's trickier the further you go.
So how did you enjoy the trip?
It was fun. I did better than I thought I would, and there's a lot of uphill. Once you get past this creek, you just keep going, and then you get past the meadow, and it's constant rocky uphill to Lake Helen, and it's 6-ish miles, but it's harder when you're in the mountains for sure. So, but I did good, and I still feel good, which is kind of rare. I usually feel like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But Lake Helen was really, really pretty.
Really pretty.
And we had a really good campsite.
The best campsite.
And it was private, and no one was around, and like we didn't see anybody last night at all,
Or hear anyone.
or hear anyone. So and
Anywhere near the lake.
and we stayed warm in our quilts. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we did it. And it was fun.
All right.
Yeah. So, your turn. So, John, how did you enjoy the trip?
It was pretty cool. This trail's really nice. Mountain views, a lot of it's forested, but I really enjoy that myself.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you get your mountain views every now and then, and you can't beat those.
Yeah.
We got, like, the best campsite, I think, on the face of the earth. It's just amazing.
It was really nice.
Had some wonderful views of Lake Helen,
Yeah.
and was very private, secluded.
Yep.
We were sitting there eating breakfast this morning, and a hummingbird flew right up like a foot away from us, right in front of Rachel.
Yeah, that was cool.
Sat there for
Yeah.
a second and said, "Good morning," and then he flew off, and that was just
Yeah,
so cool.
That was really neat. Yep.
And the low was 37. That was a little chilly, but we stayed toasty, so
Yep.
didn't have any worries there. And the wind picked up quite a bit this morning,
Yeah.
but then it died down.
Yeah.
The day started with barely a cloud in the sky. It's cloudy now, as you can see, but
Yep.
I don't know. It was just great.
Yeah.
Drinking some Lake Helen water on the way out.
Filtered, of
Filtered, of
course.
course, yeah.
Yep. It was a good spot. And we're like beginners.
Yeah, we didn't go far. Lake Helen's we only went like 6 miles in, but
Yep.
yeah.
But when you have heavy backpacks, it's kind of...
Well, they're not even heavy anymore. We're finally learning how to take some weight out of our packs because we always overpack.
Yeah. And
Always.
this time it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't bad,
Finally. So that's good.
So,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
I would recommend.
Thanks.
Next time we come back, we got to make it to that same camp spot, hopefully be available, and then just day hike up to the next lakes, Lake Marion and Misty Moon Lake.
Yeah.
On back to our campsite, maybe even Lake Solitude if we're really feeling froggy. But skeets weren't too bad.
Yeah.
They were kind of bad at dusk last night. Not even really bad then, but they were annoying for sure. Got a few new bites this afternoon. But
I just dropped my poles. Whoops.
because you have to drop them. That's required by law.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing.
You're welly.
Yeah. And we're almost back to the trailhead.
Almost, yes.
So I'm excited for real food and a hot shower and a warm, cozy bed.
Should feel nice.
That'll be great. So.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go. See ya. Oh, there he goes. He's leaving me behind. I still gotta pick these up. Dun dun dun. Oh yeah, you don't even have yours. Yours are over against the tree.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, peace out for sure. Bye.
So long.
So long. John has one last tidbit to tell you all.
Yeah, forgot to mention, we got up last night about, I don't know, midnight or 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, the stars. Wow. So many stars. So little light pollution out here.
Yeah.
You would not believe what they look like.
So pretty.
If you haven't seen it for yourself, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So beautiful. How can there not be a God with all them stars out there and all this beauty?
I know. It was pretty wild.
It didn't just happen, folks.
No, it's not an accident.
Yeah. So that was it.
Yeah, those stars were cool. I was happy to see those.
So cool.
Yeah. So, now that's it.
All right.
See ya.
So backpacking isn't quite as easy for you because of a certain reason. What is that? You want to explain to everyone?
Sure. Well, would I call it an ailment? It's nothing that bothers me if I'm not carrying anything. When I was 11, I had scoliosis where your spine curves. Like mine was like this, basically. And they did surgery and put 2 titanium rods on either side. And one of them's a little taller than the other, and I'm not supposed to carry more than like 30 pounds of weight, but even carrying, like I've noticed, because I've had 25 pounds before, even that's too much because it starts feeling like it's pushing down on that rod in the back and it kind of aches. So I can't go very far, but I think I have it right now. It's right around 20 pounds and it hasn't been too bad, so I'm able to go with that. But I think a lot of people don't know that I've got rods in my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a scar.
You're a lightning rod on the mountain.
I have a lightning rod. But I have a scar all the way from the top of my neck. It goes all the way down to my tailbone, just a long scar because they had to open me up back when I was 11, and which was like over 30 years ago. And I don't have any problems usually. It doesn't bother me, but if I'm backpacking, it kind of hurts. But I have the weight mostly on my hips with an anti-gravity backpack, so it makes it a lot better. But this trip hasn't really been that bad, so it's been good. And we're almost back and I don't feel tired. And I ate a bunch of protein because protein's important when you're climbing mountains.
Yeah.
So we got fairly good sleep. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd tell everybody that I have scoliosis. But it doesn't bother me anymore, just when I'm carrying stuff, so.
Yay.
Yeah, pretty happy.
All right.
So, yeah. Woot. See you later, guys.